gonna do a quick install video. There's the polymerpew lower. This one's a K size. Okay, so you're gonna need a lower, trigger, disconnector, of course the springs on the trigger, hammer. This is an enhanced spring. Your ejector. So this is a polymerpew ejector. It's CNC cut. So of course this flat part is saw cut, and then this section over here is CNC, so it's a lot more precise than the bent one. And then these are anti-lock pin. Oops. With this little helper piece that goes in the front. So you screw it in, and that'll help you push it through the lower. Okay. So first thing is we want to put a little bit of Loctite on the screw. Okay. Blue, not red, okay. We get our spring, our trigger in there. There's your disconnector. Put that in there. And now that you got the little helper piece, that's included with all the kits. That helps it push through. See? It's like a little bullet shape. It helps to get it through. Well, there's your trigger. You notice the disconnector got a little cut right there in the back. It's just so the ejector screw can go across easily. Okay. We'll take the little helper out. We'll put on the little hex driver. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to put too much. It's kind of hard sometimes to put how much Loctite on there, but you don't want too much. Now remember, this has the cure, so don't go shooting 5 minutes after you've installed it. So there are your trigger. It's in there. Okay. Next, hammer. Same thing. Put a little Loctite on the screw. It's always a little messy. All this blue Loctite everywhere. Okay, so this is really helpful for the hammer. It's always harder to put the hammer in, but the little guide really helps. So just like AR-15, you put your trigger in and then your hammer in. Kind of use your thumb to push it down, line it up. Try to line that hole up so you can see through. And then with this, it'll help. A lot of time I like to push the hammer back to lock it, and that'll help to push it through. There you go. Take that little guide out, you don't need it. Okay. Put our screw in. Yeah, to tighten, you kind of need two of these, or Okay, so now that you have your trigger, you hammer in, it's time for the ejector. So if you make the little cut right there on the disconnector, like this, so here's the difference. So the one on the left has that, you know, that little cut. And just put a grinder right there, pretty easy. Just make a clearance for the screw. If you don't, you'll have to put the ejector on first. But otherwise it'd be very hard to put the screw on. So what you do, you put the ejector on first, then you put the trigger. But I like to do it this way because I can put the ejector on last. It's much easier. You put the ejector on first, then you put the trigger. The hammer, it'll be a little bit hard to go in since your ejector is kind of in the way, so you'll have to kind of twist your hammer to go in at an angle if your ejector is already in place. Now there's a lot of people wondering why there's a hole right there for the spring. Yeah, it's just there just in case you want it, but I've never used it, and it actually works better without the spring. So try to get, you know, that little orange piece right there lined up with the hole. You kind of eyeball it, and then you can use something to kind of help line it up right there. Kind of wait, you know, spin it through. Okay, so now it's lined up. Now we will put this screw in from the inside. Okay, so use like a little plier or something, you know, slide in. You can use your finger too. You have small fingers. It's a little bit harder. And then from the side, you know, that little hole, it's for access for a little hex driver. You can put the screw in that way, like that. See how the disconnector got the little cut, so it's clear now. The screw can go all the way across. And of course, remember to put a little bit of Loctite in there too. There we go, a little dab. Continue tightening. Should see the screw coming through. Clean it too much. Yeah, it's kind of hard to control how much you put in there. Just tighten this, but not too tight. I mean, it should be tight, but don't torque it down. This, you know, should be, you know, not too tight where the ejector doesn't move, but you know, you do want to tighten it down so it doesn't come out. Okay, so now your ejector's in. Okay, when you put in your safety, remember you got to cock your hammer back, okay, so the trigger can come down. All right, the next step is to put on the safety. Of course, you have a choice of a standard mil-spec safety right there. So, there. Fire, safe, cannot, fire mode. There you go. Or super safety. Just remember your hammer got to be cocked back. Otherwise you won't be able to put your safety in. I've had customers that did not and couldn't get it in, so they grind the trigger more, which was a bad idea. Okay, put that into the D10 into the safety hole. Put your spring into your grip. Line it up with the where the D10 went in with that hole. Okay. Get your grip pushed in pretty much. Okay, now there you go. There's the screw that comes with the kit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get it lined up in that little hole. There we go. Okay, Don't like torque it down, anything like that, but it should be pretty tight. There we go. Okay. Yep, there you go. Semi mode. Super safe. Resets. Yeah, watch out your finger on this, it's kind of sharp. There you go. It's complete. And function test is good.